deal with airplane peanuts.
You know, with these older ladies, like, you're being a whore, you're giving it away. And it's like, well, isn't getting a dinner and a movie more hoary?
Yes.
You know, isn't that way weirder? Like, hey, I'm not going to fuck you till the 5th date after you buy me 17 pieces of salmon. Like, that's way more prostitute-ish.
Yeah. Shout out salmon. Omega-3s, heart healthy. Good to keep the heart up and cholesterol down during the pandy-wandy.
Elliot Page, I'll call you.
Elliot Page. Oh, yeah.
The future's female.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Oh, shit. If we say too much, Tim Dillon's going to fall out of a rafter.
Let me see. If I was Jesus, would I let you in?
Oh, my God, dude.
No, I mean, because...
At the door, I'd be like, bad friends.
I'd be like, yeah, but that was just my,
What?
Yeah, earthly project.
I know, but it gave you meaning and fun and life and...
I'll just say, wait, go... There's a line.
You're going to make me wait in the fucking line.
There's already a line. You're in the front of the line.
I know. It took me forever to get up here.
Go off to the side.
Bobby.
Go off to the side. I got to see who else is coming in.
Bobby.
No.
Bobby, I waited in the line. I didn't even skip the line. I could have skipped the line and said hi to you.
It doesn't matter. Dude, I'm Jesus. I run the fucking thing.
I understand, but
Security. All right, so they put it to the side, right?
Get off of me.
Yeah.
Get the fuck off of me.
You're not going downstairs.
You're making it seem
You're not
that way.
going downstairs. All right, you're not. Watch. Now watch who else I let in.
All right.
Kevin Spacey, come on in.
Come on!
I'm going to tell you something. When I go to Disneyland,
Go for it, Joe.
if I turn around and Mickey Mouse fucks me in the ass and I pay the $119, I get my money's worth. And I'll tell you why. You know you're not going to get blown up. You know you're not going to fall off one of those fucking rides.
That's true.
The place is fucking
clean, immaculate.
Clean. You
Not
know,
even a gum wrapper on the fucking floor.
And if something does happen to fall,
I know.
there's a little fucking Mexican dude with a sweeper with Mickey Mouse ears on that comes up right behind you and pick it the fuck up. They don't fuck around at Disneyland.
But then we became friends, and then what happened? So then I got Mad TV.
You got Matt TV. We went down to San Diego together.
Right.
You borrowed a bunch of. I can bring up old shit, right? You borrowed a bunch of money for pills.
Yeah. What do we ever go to brothels together?
Yes.
In Mexico too?
In
Tijuana launch pads.
Adelitas?
Where the Adelitas? Is that where you guys met?
So nice. I was 16 at the time.
So nice.
We were at some type of like social setting, like a barbecue, like someone's house party or something. And I remember that it was daytime and there was a group of people, and like somebody had mentioned, like a woman had come up and had walked away, and it was like that natural thing where somebody first did like the eyes, and then someone was like, Jesus, man. And like you said, like, I wouldn't mind whatever spending the night with her, like something fine to say. And then somebody else like kind of tagged it with like, no shit, blah, blah, blah. And there was a guy there. I don't remember. I thought it was like somebody you remember? You don't remember that?
No, I remember. This is what you asked me about.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
And then he was like, that guy was like, wouldn't mind fucking her until she shits in the bed or something. We were all like, what? And he was like, I would fucking rip her in half. Fuck her until she bleeds to death. And we were like, what are you talking about, man?
It's like, I'm talking about sex.
Sex.
Man.
She's
just
hot.
Regular sex.
Like, that's really. And everybody walked away.
Somebody tweeted at me like, you complain on every podcast, And I thought to myself, do I? And I thought, you know what? Fuck you. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because that's my brand, bitch.
Right. Bitchin' with Griffin.
Yeah.
Bitchin' with Griffin.
Woo,
yeah.
woo. That's my brand. Okay. So I thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm gonna lean into it. I'm putting my foot in it.
Can you imagine if someone said like, Bill Burr complains too much? You're like, that's what he's good at.
That's what we do.
Yeah, you're good, but you're good at when you complain. When you and I mean, who am I to talk? I complain about everything. When you and I complain, there's purpose. It's not just complaining just to complain.
I have a thing. You know whose fault this is? Stupid ass Bobby. This is Bobby's fault.
Everything is his fault.
Yeah, because he'll come with his thing. You complain, like the way he says it, and then all this like troll minions. You know what I mean? They start to be like, yeah, you complain. I was like, do you listen to Tiger Belly? All he does is complain.
Yeah.
He complains all the time, but
he does.
all of a sudden I own complaining. But anyways, let me get back to my complaint.
And I got the hot girl who doesn't want to touch me. And the ugly one wants to fuck Ari.
Yeah, she doesn't get a lot of guys.
Yeah.
Comedians.
So now I'm in a closet.
There are researchers, scripts.
Right. with the fucking hot one.
Oh yeah, so we're both on each other's beds. Like he's on his bed, I'm on my bed with my girl. He's on his girl, and we're like making out. I've never done anything like this. I've had sex with like 3 or 4 girls at the time, maybe 4.
Yeah,
maybe 5.
Because he looked really Jewy back then.
Yeah.
Right, he looks good. I think you look better now. When you were younger, it was like Beaker.
Yeah.
From the Muppets. Like you look weird. Yeah. So
we're making out. I hear on the other bed. Could I just touch your shoulder? How about I just touch your shoulder?
Yeah.
What if I do this? I just put the back of my hand on your knee.
Boot camp with football at the same time.
It was funny because while you're getting recruited, they're like, football. All the football players, we get an escape. We get to leave the military stuff and go play football, and it's like nice. Turns out college football sucks. It was way worse than boot camp. I was like, let me go back to fucking walking. All boot camp was at West Point was like walking and standing. Now that was the first couple weeks. I'm sure it got harder, but I got out of there.
How do you
before
get out?
It got hard.
How do you get out?
You just cry. All you have to do is cry.
They're like, get this bitch out of here.
Yeah, if you're 6'3", 300 pounds crying, they're like, all right, you're fucking going home. I was like, I want to go home.
That was really it.
I remember the night before boot camp, I was in a hotel like with my parents because your parents drop you off at like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. So I was just laying there with them, and I was like, geez, this is in a hotel room. And
were they supportive? Did they think this was a good thing? Or they were like, hey, we don't have to pay for college. He got a full ride. We're so proud.
So proud. So that was, that'll come back with the SNL stuff. That was the last time. They've been proud of me twice. And both times, catastrophic failures.
That seemed to last about the same amount of time.
Dude. Same amount. And I mean, truly, I've had 6 weeks in my entire life of my parents being proud. But this was very funny. So when they drop you off, they drop you off in regular clothes, and your parents say goodbye to you. And then at the end of the day, there's a parade of all the new cadets in front of all the parents. And now they see you marching in a uniform, head shaved, at the end of the day. So during that parade, I see my mom like waving a flag, like one of those mini flags, and I walk by her, and she was like, yes. And I was like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. In 1 hour. And she literally went like this, dude. She goes, she dropped her flag.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
I was like, I am fucking out of here. And
oh shit!
No, it was a huge. And what was funny is like while you're quitting, I was still getting letters from people back home that were like, "We're so proud of you. This is incredible." And I was like,
"You're already out.
I'm out, dude.
You're already sitting on the couch."
I was getting letters from people that were like, "We love you. We're proud of you." And I was like, "I'm going to community college." Yeah. So when you call your parents like, "Hey, I'm quitting," they're coached by like drill instructors and recruiters to be like, "Say no. Say they're literally not allowed to come home." So my parents, when I called them and I was like, I'm coming home, I'm fucking quitting, they were like, you cannot quit. And I was like, you guys are fucking losers. Like,
you're
I was so mean, dude. I was so mean. I was like, you're a fucking teacher, Mom. Shut the fuck up. It was really regrettable stuff, dude. It was embarrassing. I mean, dude, imagine crying on the phone with your
There's
mom.
a line of other dudes crying, waiting to get on
with your mom. Like, shut the fuck up, Mom. You're a loser.
In the Civil War, actually, even though being enslaved, which V has reminded us that we don't say slaves anymore. Now it's enslaved. That's the PC woke way. You have to say you're enslaved. If you say enslaved.
N-word.
Enslaved, yeah. Yeah.
So now, at this point, neck bleeding the week before he had beat me up. And now I hate him. And I'm scared. Like, I literally have, like, kind of a PTSD kind of a situation where I'm, like, shocked by it.
Yeah.
It's there's trauma. So when Carlos finds out that Ari had booked the job in a sketch.
And we were fighting.
He called you and said, hey, bro, I can't have you on my show.
No.
What?
Oh, they just said they brought out the part. He didn't call me at all.
He didn't call you?
Oh, he's the worst, man. He's, how much
Oh,
of a liar
he said
is.
he called you.
He's like, oh, yeah, man, they just wrote out the part. It's nothing I could, I was like, okay.
So he told me that he had called you and said, hey, bro, you can't beat up my friend and all that stuff.
He
That
said
never
something in the
happened?
back. It's like, hey, you got to stop beating up my friend. And then later it was like the part was written out. No, he'll never. Yeah.
So anyway, but did you think that I'm the one? Because that's what I think.
Asked him to fire me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You had
wasn't.
nothing.
Yeah. And
I want to let you know right now.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Okay, I believe you.
Okay. Why would I do that? I didn't even know about it.
Wait, I mean, if your question is why would I do that, the answer is clearly this guy just punched me 2 times. Can you please get him fired?
Nah. Yeah,
it's
but
very obvious.
I know,
why
but
you would.
why would I? How would I even know that you got hired and all that stuff? I don't know.
Carlos going, hey, that guy got a job on my show, and you're like, hey, can you get him not that? I'm not saying you did.
Yeah.
But that's a reason. That's a way. Okay, cool. Yeah,
didn't do it.
Yeah.
All right.
And so then I was like, Bobby got me fired. I was like, well, that's a line in comedy where it's like it's so hard to find jobs. You can't fuck with someone's income. With their job, with their trying to this career so hard.
Right. So.
And I was like, well, I have to punch you now.
Now.
The rest was rageful. Yeah. This is like, no, this is the right thing to do.
Yeah. So I'm at the parking lot at the Comedy Store, and I just hear running. And when you hear running, you just think that people are just jogging, whatever. You don't think that somebody's going to do a Superman punch from behind.
I was talking to Dave Mashevitz. I saw Bobby, and I go, excuse me, Dave, I have to take care of something. Real calm. Like, I need to take care of this.
Yeah. He just
Bobby starts running away. I jumped.
And he hit me from the back, and then I
fell again. That was your number one defensive move.
Okay, I'm saying right now, that's my defensive move.
I wrestle in college.
No.
College.
How tall are you?
6'3".
Yeah, I'm 5'4".
You have a better base
center
of gravity.
Yeah.
You're one up on that. Plus, you outweigh me by 50 pounds.
Okay. So, George, you're laughing way too hard at that.
You are laughing pretty hard, George. Give it
up. So then I go to the
white side of the room.
Yeah. So I go to the cover booth, not the cover booth. I go to the office.
Yeah.
To call the police.
Yeah.
Did they ban you then? I think for a month or something after that.
They banned me, and then. Yeah, they're like, you can't be beating up Bobby 3 times. 2 is okay, but
the 3rd time.
Yeah, we have a no beating up Bobby 3 times rule.
Yeah.
And then I was banned, and then it sort of they were like, you have to talk to Bobby and work it out. And so I was like, fine, let's talk.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm like, fine, okay, talk then. And like, this is not what I wanted. I was like, then do it.
Yeah, but he would also do this even after he got back in. I'd walk down the hallway and he would just say shit. Like, here's the dumbest guy in the fucking building.
I know what bothered you.
Yeah, things that he knew that would bother me. You can't even get a thought together. You can't even speak English, dude. And you're born here. You're like, he would say shit to get me riled up, and I would just be like, I can't even come here. I hate this guy. And it was like that for years.
He'd be holding court. There'd be like 4 people around, him and like 3 other people talking. I'm like, what are you doing? Listening to Bobby's lies? You're lying about something. That's what you do. You lie. So is that just like, oh man,
I used to hate him.
I'm just trying to have a conversation. And I'm just like,
God.
nope, not allowed.
I was with a girl in 8th grade who I was like, this is like my first girlfriend, and I'm such a, I don't know, it's so juvenile. I feel like there was some like exchange of like, will you be my girlfriend?
Yeah.
And she was like, I will. Like that kind of thing. I'll do that.
Yeah.
And we went to the movies, and I think maybe one other weekend we did something else, and we hung out at each other's place a couple times. This is 8th grade, and nothing has happened yet. Like we've held hands. We haven't even kissed yet. Okay. But she's my girlfriend. We're 8th graders. 2 weeks later, her friend calls me and reads a letter to break up with me. Over the phone.
You're going to want to sit down for
But she didn't do it. She gave her
friend
Her
did
friend was like, I'll call you to tell you that.
And you sat and
And I sat and listened to it. And she was like, I think we're growing apart. I was like, what the fuck?
We're in 8th grade.
Yeah. And I also, like, nothing's happened yet.
You ever seen some weird voodoo fuck down there?
Yeah, I mean, I lost my virginity to a 55-year-old woman on Bourbon Street when I was 16.
Is that legal, though? Did she commit statutory rape, or in the eyes of the law, it's all good?
I'm a survivor, but you know what? It was great. I feel like those kids that fucked their teacher. I was like, no, I was into it. It was great.
Mark's a survivor.
Somebody had to remind me of that. They're like, you're a survivor. I was like, oh, I guess I could use that and make a career out of it if I was a shittier comedian.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, that's hilarious. You should write a book.
I had no idea. Maybe I'll do a one-man show. I'll call Colin. How do I write these?
Yeah, 100%. Colin, hope you're listening. Last time somebody was in the studio, Colin got COVID. He's getting better. CQ, we love you, baby.
I think the lady I fucked had COVID, and that was in 2000.
Yeah.
I went upstairs because this is when I was dating Sarah.
Yeah.
Right? And she was upstairs doing some sort of Adam
I
Barnard.
wanted to fuck her to get back at you. I was like, I'm not even into it, but I was like, yeah, I think I'll do this to try to like
I think I'll do this.
hurt you. Right after you broke up, I was like, I know you still care.
Oh my god. So that it's amazing. This guy, I love it.
There was a picture posted of me, Kevin Hart, and this guy Touré from Montreal last year. And
Jewish comic
people, they were putting these. So everyone was putting these, comments under it. And my daughter, because she's
like
a ball
fucking idiot.
She's a ball bust. No, she goes, oh great, you think you're special now or something like that. And then right below that, someone replies to that comment and goes like, God, you're such an ugly little cunt. Now, I then go on a tirade. I go on the radio. I give this guy's fucking Twitter or Instagram handle out.
Shut up.
I go at him, and I start even online saying things like, he's in Portland. I go, hey, I guess what? I'll be in Portland in 2 weeks. I go, I'd love you to come find me and say something like that. And there's no reply. Then we do the whole radio show shitting on this guy. Soder's going at him. And then I get a message right back from the thing. He goes, oh my God, dude, I'm such a big fan. He goes, I am such an idiot. He goes, I didn't look at the name even. He goes, I just was defending you. I thought somebody was shitting on you, and I was defending. They go, my daughter. My daughter, by the way, calls me. I like when she finds her excuses to say something. She calls me like late night one night, and she goes, Dad, one of your fans just called me a little cunt, an ugly cunt on the thing. I go, what? She goes, yeah, and there's a message that says ugly cunt.
Little semen.